as Missouri and Loyola, Maryland will jump it up here. The first time these two programs have ever met. And we are happy you are with us here on the SEC Network on a nice Saturday afternoon, well, morning as we start in Como.
The 11 a.m. tip means you got to bring your energy. Mizzou's got to start fast, set the tone here, see how Loyola defends it.
And that's been Missouri's issue at times, those fast starts with the energy. Connor Vanover getting his second straight start for Missouri. And now Caleb Grill back in the starting lineup for the Tigers. We'll talk more about that as we go along here. As the Tigers did not get that shot off. That is a shot clock violation to start the ball game. Head coach Tavares Hardy, his team coming off a loss to UMBC, and they do not have their leading scorer or their leading rebounder in the starting lineup tonight. Deion Perry and Golden DK, neither of them out there to begin this one, both in uniform on the bench. DK is battling an ankle injury. He was a game time decision, but he is dressed. We'll see if he gets into the ball game at some point today. That's D'Angelo Steins, as Missouri has Loyola late in the shot clock. Runner by Commander is no good, and there's the big 7'5" Connor Vanover for the board.
Something Coach Gates has stressed with Connor Vanover: be an active rebounder. Get on the glass, use your size.
Rebound that time by Chris Kazemka. Commander in the corner for Steins. Still looking for our first basket, nearly 90 seconds into this one. Maybe it's from Commander, and it is.
Spot catch and shoot three from Commander. Connor Vanover a little late on the closeout in the contest.
Nice, and Commander had 15 points earlier this season against Florida. Here are the Missouri starters, veteran lineup. Honor, Grill, East, Carter, and Vanover for Dennis Gates to get this one going. Vanover in trouble to a cutting Grill. Extra pass to Carter for three.
Great extra passes right there. It starts with Caleb Grill. First off, good pass from Vanover. It's a fine Grill touch pass. But then the swing pass from Sean East, too very unselfish, to find Noah Carter. That's his sweet spot right there in the angle.
And there's a steal by Honor. Euro step to get the Tigers their first lead of the afternoon.
It's important here. Missouri bringing the full court pressure. Made shots, set your defense. Nick Honor bringing the pressure, as is Sean East. Getting into the basketball, getting up under ball handlers, forcing the turnover, getting an easy one on the other end.
Milos Ilic has it taken away by Sean East, and he cruises home.
Right, too much dribbling right now from Loyola, and that's good for Missouri with those active hands at the guard position with Sean East, Nick Honor, really quick hands to get a couple steals and lay-ins.
Steins looking for an answer. Rebound by East. Missouri in transition. Grill. Carter open, looking for a second triple. He's got it.
It's excellent ball movement. It started in transition. The pace of this game, the tempo, it's up and down, but an excellent pass again from Caleb Grill to find Noah Carter, who loves those slot threes right there in the wing corner area.
Always starts with defense for Missouri, doesn't it?
It does. It does. Setting the tone, and with the full court pressure here starting out this game, energy is high.
Ilic from the corner. That might have been partially blocked. Rebound battled for, and Vanover wins the 50-50 ball. Honor thought about it. And now Missouri will set in the half court. East. Carter. And drag that back foot. It'll go to Loyola.
Yeah, first turnover. But again, Missouri, the ball movement's been really good. That right there, trying to play in transition, trying to play with pace. You didn't have anything, slow it down, run a set, ball swings side to side. Yeah, you did step out of bounds to get the turnover, but the patience there on offense, the execution, really finding that pace of winning to push the ball in transition and then when to play in the half court.
Missouri goes to the bench early for head coach Dennis Gates. Tigers like to throw a lot of fresh bodies at the teams they face, and it's Tamar Bates and the freshman Anthony Robinson checking in for the second year Mizzou head coach. Got a good buddy across the way on the other bench in Tavares Hardy. We'll talk more about that as we go along here.
Man, you touched on with the substitutions here. We're just a few minutes in. To me, it means, Coach Gates is sending an example to his team of we're going to play fast and we want to bring energy. Everybody's got to play hard for 40 minutes.
Steins hits the corner three, and Loyola Maryland hanging around. They've hit a couple of three-pointers to keep Missouri from running away from them, but the Tigers have dictated the pace in the opening minutes. Grill cut off on the baseline. East with a good cut, and he draws the foul. Nope, travel call before the contact.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get Sean East for a travel before the contact. Good cut, though, from Sean East. And another good find from Caleb Grill, who's made some good passes here early on, back in the starting lineup, making some unselfish reads.
Jordan Butler into the ball game for Dennis Gates, replacing Caleb Grill. Into the ball game for the first time is Deion Perry, the leading scorer for Loyola. He's got it back from Styles.
Two of the first three substitutions for Dennis Gates are freshmen. One right there, Anthony Robinson. What a play.
And he forces the steal. Tigers have numbers. East can't get it to go high off the glass, but Carter tracks down the offensive rebound.
How good is Anthony Robinson? That was a great steal on the other end.
Looking for a three, drained it.
How about it starting off where he left off on Wednesday night? The defensive activity with his quick hands and length, and then buries a spot shot. Ball comes around to him. He's shot ready in the corner and buries a three.
You know what? First 3 weeks of his college career, 10 out of 10. No notes. Anthony Robinson.
He has stuffed the stat sheet, too, on both ends.
Alonzo Foray with the board and bucket. It's a 5-point game. Quick ball movement by Missouri. Butler now gets caught at the top of the key. Butler with some nice footwork, can't get the roll. Battling for his own rebound, but Foray came away with it.
It's a great move by Jordan Butler. Just didn't finish, and the left hand looks smooth.
And are we going to get an offensive foul here?
You know, Tamar Bates late on the rotation.
We'll sort it all out when we come back. Early going, 14:41 to go here in Columbia. Missouri with a fast start, working the fast break. Nick Honor, the Euro step. And they're also draining some shots from the outside. Noah Carter with a couple of early three-pointers as Missouri has the 5-point lead in the first 5 minutes in Como.
Question. Nick Honors has the most attempts in the SEC right now from three. He shot 37 threes coming into today, and he's 49% from three on 6 attempts. You always look at volume. Good shooters got to stay aggressive all the time, and they got to stay confident. Nick Honors doing that, and he's shooting the ball at such a high clip, 49%, and he's shooting the right shots, deep threes, but he loves that corner as well. Really doing a good job of finding his shot and taking what Coach Gates has really been preaching, was shooting the ball, being aggressive, and taking on more of a scoring role for this team.
Golden DK into the game for the first time, draws a foul down low. DK is Loyola's leading rebounder, their best big, but he's been battling an ankle injury. Was a game time decision today, didn't start, but he checks into the ball game about 5 minutes into this one and goes to the line.
Yeah, right there, a foul on Tamar Bates, leaving his feet. You don't want to jump at the ball fake. Missouri a little bit out of sorts defensively. They want to put pressure and throwing a little bit of a 1-3-1 look. Tamar Bates there on the rotation, a little late, and leaves his feet for a foul.
Deion Perry and Golden DK both into the game now. Neither started, but they really move things for a Loyola Greyhound team that is off to a 1-4 start, trying to get things figured out before they hit the Patriot League.
DK very physical, does a great job of using his frame to his advantage, has lower body strength, really can push guys out of the paint on both ends of the floor.
Jesus Carolero Martin into the game for the first time for Missouri, gave it up to Robinson. And now there's a three for Bates, a little short. Offensive board, Carter, and the putback.
Great read by Noah Carter off the offensive rebound too. Using that shoulder on balance, and then an extended left-hand offhand finish with a soft kiss off the glass. Good to see Tamar Bates shooting that three. Speaking of guys that need to shoot the ball, be more aggressive, number 2 for Mizzou, Tamar Bates needs to continue to look for his offense as well.
5 points and a rebound. He was plus 21 in 14 minutes in that win over South Carolina State. Tigers running. It's Bates up and under.
Defense to offense, great activity from Missouri, forcing pressure, forcing turnovers, and then pushing the pace in transition.
Missouri with 5 steals at this point. They have 6 points on the fast break. It's looked a lot like this in the early going.
Now right here, the missed three from Tamar Bates, but Noah Carter just being active, using his strength, extended left-hand finish to beat the shot blocker, and then this after a steal, Tamar Bates, good left hand. That's tough too. Again, extended finish, great body control, able to get the ball up off the glass and shield himself with the rim. Excellent finish from Tamar Bates.
Correct myself, that was their 4th steal. The Tigers have forced 4 turnovers and scored 9 points off of them. They almost forced another turnover there.
Anthony Robinson just everywhere. He doesn't get the steal there, but he gets a deflection. And it is great activity, especially hunting the ball from the backside. Was the off defender there, kind of trying to get back into play after the full court pressure and just using his length and activity and quick hands, great instincts from the freshman.
Sparked that 22-0 run in the second half that allowed Missouri to take the lead and pull away from South Carolina State. Anthony Robinson, been doing it all early in his career. There's another Missouri steal. Another freshman, Trent Pearson, it up with it. And now Robinson runs the show. Carter looking for his 3rd 3, and he's got it.
That's in rhythm, too. And again, it's the same spot Noah Carter loves. That right slot to right wing area. Shot ready off the catch. That was quick. Excellent pass, too, from Anthony Robinson out of the side pick and roll.
Missouri now 4 of 5 from beyond the arc to get this one started. Pierce way out from the basket guarding Commander. Swung around and now down low, but poked away by Nick Honor, and he paid for it there. Missouri, though, in transition, earns a blocking foul and a trip to the line for Anthony Robinson.
Great help side rotation from Nick Honor right there. Loyola did a good job of moving the ball, trying to hit DK on the lob on the backside, and Nick Honor, the veteran, right there in positioning. Never going to not be in the right position as Nick Honor from Missouri. You can see right there, just a good lob pass right there. DK is a little bit extended. A nice play by Nick Honor just to get the ball deflected. Live ball, and Noah Carter leads the break. Missouri doing a great job in transition, pushing pace, pushing tempo, really trying to get out and run the floor here offensively in the first half.
Robinson hits the first of 2 free throws. Part of why Anthony Robinson's had such a strong start, he's gotten to learn from Nick Honor and Sean East.
No question, and his minutes too, dating back to the first game, every time Anthony Robinson has come in the game, he's continued to play better and better. Had great moments in the Minnesota comeback win on the road. That's a true freshman. He's had great moments so far this season, and the other day, 4 for 4 from the field, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, no turnovers. That's the biggest thing from Anthony Robinson. Great lead guard, can play with the ball and without the ball.
The last foul was on Kuzemka, who has it now for Loyola. That was their first team foul. Kuzemka from way out, can't get it to go, and a rebound for Pierce.
Right there, Missouri changed their defense. They've been bringing man-to-man pressure right there with 2-3.
And Carter attacks the basket, and he will go to the line.
Then right now it's just been Missouri taking their defense to their offense, forcing Loyola to one shot or forcing a turnover, and then they are pushing the ball right down. They've been able to initiate their secondary break, get the ball downhill, attack the rim. They've been able to find some spot-up threes, both in transition in the half court, but really doing a great job of attacking the rim, finding that aggressiveness and finding the balance of being able to shoot the ball and attack the rim.
A couple of free throws coming here for Carter. Here's the point, and we talked about it briefly in the open, Jarrett, for a Missouri team that has not been able to put together a complete performance, play a full 40 minutes. All right, they're up 22-9, approaching the midway point of the first half. Can they continue to close out this half and take it into the second half with the same energy level?
Yeah, keep building, keep building. Don't get comfortable or complacent. We always talk about plateaus. You know, you kind of keep building. If it's a 7-point lead, can you get it to 13? Can you get it to 16? You want to continue to have a mentality to stay aggressive, kind of put some goals there as a team of where you want to be to close out. Right now you're at the 12-minute mark of the first half. Can you win this 4-minute period? Can you stay consistent to the under 8 media? Just build and build. Don't look at the full game. Look at it possession by possession, play by play, and give everything you have. No matter who steps on the floor, even if you're coming off the bench, give everything you have, play hard, and you continue to add to the energy the team is building.
Greyhounds need a run. Commander can't hit the 3. Illich and Pierce battle for the rebound, and Missouri will get the basketball. When we come back, Tigers off to a 13-point lead.
It's contagious. Everybody's setting the tone. Missouri also doing something that Dennis Gates loves to do. Bring full court pressure, man-to-man, maybe go into some traps, and then maybe fall back into a zone in between a possession. So doing a really good job of throwing different defenses at the Loyola Greyhounds. And that's something Mizzou really does a good job of. And that's sometimes when they're at their best is when they're adjusting. But to adjust your defense that much means you've got to have great trust, great communication within the 5 guys on the floor.
Missouri already with 6 steals, leading to 13 of their 22 points. Said it earlier, usually starts on the defensive end for this Missouri team. Honor on the baseline. Tigers looking for the open man. There's 10 to shoot. Baseline cut by Honor. This time Mizzou turns it over. And swipe right back. Carolero Martin with the stop.
Martin turns it over on a backdoor pass, able to get this steal and go dunk the basketball. Good job to make up for that mistake off the bad pass. Gets a 2-point dunk out of it.
Greyhounds need an answer. Dion Perry, their leading scorer, yet to attempt a field goal. Down low, good look. Foray, though, double teamed quickly by Aiden Shaw and tied him up. It'll stay with Loyola, Maryland.
Good defense right there from Missouri. Again, help side defense from Aiden Shaw. You look at this turnover right here, active hands jumping the passing lane. Good anticipation there from Carolero Martin, who dunks the basketball after he had turned the ball over, trying to feed on Nick Honor on a backdoor pass. So good job of staying with the play, getting the steal, getting the 2 points on the other end.
Carolero out, Vanover in, Pierce out, Grill in for Mizzou as Perry looks to get it in and finds a man in the corner. There was only 1 second left on the shot clock, so Commander had to throw that up. And Missouri now pushes tempo the other way. Robinson. And now Grill resets. Grill the drive. Oh, he thought that Vanover was going to be there on the lob. Big guy finds it anyway, but can't get it to go.
Good footwork, good move, and right there, it looked like Caleb Grill might have thought Aiden Shaw was going to cut too, knowing you can just throw it up and Aiden Shaw will go get it, but it looks like Connor Vanover and Aiden Shaw were cutting in the same spot.
There's a steal created by Vanover. Missouri 3-on-2. The lob, Shaw went and got that one and draws a foul. Tigers did a good job of that. They worked the two-man game several times in that win over South Carolina State.
And the ball swings side to side too. I think that's something with the quick decisions. If you're in the two-man game and you have nothing, move the ball, swing the ball. Don't just kill the dribble and probe and wait for something. If you don't see anything, move it to the other side of the floor. Maybe you can get a wing touch and get the ball to the corner too. Missouri does a good job of getting the ball to the corner for threes. So you really try to ball movement, player movement, and then if you are in that two-man game, make more decisive and quick decisions out of it.
Halfway through the first half, Missouri with a 15-point lead. This is their largest. Ball getting kind of stuck here on the perimeter late in the shot clock. Honor. And foul on Perry.
Perry with much tougher defense right there, really getting into Nick Honor. Doesn't want to give him anything easy, and right there just grabbing, trying to get over the screen for a foul, but Perry really doing a nice job of trying to get into Nick Honor, not giving him anything easy coming out of that pick and roll or being shot ready, going over every ball screen. It's a good matchup right there between Perry and Honor.
Mizzou brings in Mabor Majak, and there's his first touch, and he finds Grill. Grill can't get it to go. With Shaw flying in, Commander comes out with it. Trying to set up DK, and Honor hooked him.
Right now, Loyola, Maryland offensively just a little bit out of sorts, trying to, in the previous possession, you have a baseline out of bounds. They don't know the shot clock, have to throw up a deep shot late in the clock. Just not really getting anything easy. Missouri's defense has been great, but Loyola, Maryland got to keep the ball off the side and start having some attacks, setting up each other, trying to share it a little bit more.
Stokes harassed, finds Perry. Thought about a long three. Can't get the teardrop to go. Robinson to Grill for a triple. Grill's cold outside shooting continues, but Missouri steals it back, and there's Robinson.
Just great activity from Missouri, picking up full court. They've been doing that for much of this first half. Anthony Robinson gets a free one right there off great activity from the guard play.
It's a 13-0 Tiger run to build a 17-point lead.
Again, it's been the defense leading to offense. It's been the tempo and transition. And Missouri's doing a good job of just playing hard. Everybody that has stepped on the floor in this first half, where their starters are coming off the bench, the energy level, the engagement, the competitiveness has been there. The motor is going right now for Missouri.
DK guarded by Grill. Finds Perry. He had some space, but it closed quickly. Kurt Lewis just checked back in for the Tigers. Perry, a three. No. Lewis, a rebound.
Missouri's doing a great job, too, on the help side defensively.
Grill, another open look. Got that one.
Again, transition. Shawnee's kicked the ball ahead. Caleb Grill doing a good job of running the floor, running his lane. Missed the transition three from the right side earlier, a little deep right there. Had a chance to get his feet set more on balance and buries the three.
Steins blocked by Shaw. They're going to get him for a foul. It's a 16-0 run by the Tigers to build this 20-point lead.
It's been a great stretch here for Missouri. Just the sequence of really the defense to offense right here. Shawnee, eyes up. Caleb Grill running the floor, getting ahead of the ball, running his lane, getting to the corner, which opens up the defense more. Feet down, feet are set, and that pretty stroke. Good to see Caleb Grill knock one down.
9 Tiger steals, leading to 17 points.
And a lot of that, just in terms of the 16-0 run here for Missouri, has been on the defensive side, forcing those turnovers, but they're also doing a good job of rebounding the basketball. And then when they're playing in transition, valuing the ball, not just making bad passes, valuing the ball, kick aheads, making the right pass. Make a pass when you're ready to make a pass. Don't just try to force one in a tight window. Not a lot of turnovers either from Missouri, doing a good job of taking care of the basketball. Just 4 turnovers right now in the first half.
Missouri cycling in fresh bodies to be able to keep that energy up. I mean, tell me how that works from a coaching perspective and how they're keeping all this straight with their substitution patterns.
Yeah, it's tough because you want to play the hot hand. You want to play guys that are earning minutes, too. That's something Coach Gates always does a good job game to game is if you're on the floor and you're playing well, the odds are you're going to be able to stay in the game or you're going to sub out and come right back in the game. So a lot of it has to come down to game flow and what players are bringing it that day. Aiden Shaw, you know, the game pass against SC, did a good job of his activity. So Missouri is doing a great job. Up 20 here, first half. It's going to be a lot of fun just these matchups. And as we saw, especially Mizzou fans with the SEC, you know, Big 12 matchups, those are always fun. But this is going to be a fun one, too. Just a new series to start.
More on that coming up at the half. Missouri with a 20-point lead. And the ball will stay with Loyola, Maryland. That was a foul going to break on Anthony Robinson. Missouri with 16 fouls now, so the Greyhounds will shoot on the next one.
Just excellent ball pressure from Sean East.
Tried to trap Brown, but he's able to find Perry, who remains scoreless, and Lewis grabbed the rebound.
Lewis comes in the game and doing a really good job of impacting the defensive glass. Both possessions defensively is really doing a nice job of using his frame and physicality to go get involved on the glass.
Bunch of veterans and the sophomore Shaw in there right now for Missouri. They're under 10 to shoot. Honor the drive, cut off, in trouble, and found a way to draw a foul.
Good defensive possession right there from Loyola, Maryland. Just bailed out Nick Honor on the foul there. Good shot fake, though, from Nick Honor. Veteran play to play off 2 feet off a jump stop. Able to spin through the double, stay on balance, and then go into the contact. And right there, just a slap down for the foul.
We're talking about this a little bit before the break, Jared, but Dennis Gates has played 13 guys in the first half. And I understand if, you know, you're watching at home or even us here on the sideline, it feels random, but I'm sure it's not. The substitution patterns.
Not at all. And I still think this coaching staff and Coach Gates are still, you know, this is a game where you look at the substitutions so far, trying to play a lot of guys and trying to play fast, trying to exude every ounce of energy you have within the 5 that are on the floor, and then you'll get a rest, and you'll get new bodies and fresh blood into the game. That's something I think is just more strategic to the game plan of today. But make no mistake, it is strategic. There's no chance that Coach Gates is going into this game thinking we're just going to throw a bunch of bodies in there. It's more strategic of this is how we want to play to set the tone and play faster to start games and bring more energy to the floor.
A jumper by Illich snapped an 18-0 Missouri run. Lewis can't get it to go, and Steins the rebound.
Coach Gates is still going to try to figure out those rotations. I mean, it's still early enough in the season where you're getting ready to play some big games coming up on your schedule. It's not just the Pitt game. There's many games ahead that are going to be tough matchups, and these is still an opportunity for guys to earn minutes every time they step on the floor.
Another turnover by Loyola. A lot of it, I think, goes back to that per-minute production that Dennis Gates and his staff stress so much to their players.
Player efficiency. You know, it's offensive efficiency, it's defensive efficiency. You know, it's guys that have to fulfill a role. You know, whether that's Aiden Shaw getting on the glass, rebounding the ball, blocking shots, being active. The same thing with Connor Vanover, using his size, impacting the rim, rebounding the basketball. Coach Gates knows those things are going to be what helps this team get over the hump and win games, especially when you get into the heart of your schedule and especially league play. When some of these games come often where you're playing good teams and good matchups, teams that have more size than you, maybe more athleticism than you got to be ready for those moments. And games like this, these are important, productive minutes for guys to have, so you can continue to build trust within that coaching staff.
Foul was on Perry, his second, and the team's sixth. East gives it up and gets it back. And another whistle. And, folks have heard us here early in the non-con talk about plus minus. Okay, you Blues fans out there know what I'm talking about when, are you plus or negative in the scoring whenever you're on the floor. Missouri tracks that, and they're even throwing it in the stat sheet, and that's something that you don't always hear about in basketball. And East, as I said off the top, he was negative 17 in that loss to Jackson State. That means Jackson State scored 17 more points than Missouri when he was on the floor. He was plus 34 last time out, and those are those things that don't necessarily show up, obviously, in the stat sheet. Yeah,
and this coaching staff, too, after games, they're going to go back and break down what five played the best. For if it's 3 minutes, if it's 5 minutes, if it's 7 minutes, what is the rotation that worked best for you? What was the second best rotation? Was it a big lineup? Was it a small lineup? Was it a guard-heavy lineup? Those are things that this staff is really tweaking and working through. And that also changes, like I said earlier, with your matchup. The team you're playing against. Are they a fast, up-pace team that wants to shoot threes, that wants to attack the rim? Are they a team with size that wants to post up? All those things coaching staffs take into consideration.
That was a nice play on the backside by Steins, cleaning up the miss. But Missouri's lead is at 22.
The one thing that will not change for Missouri is rebound the basketball, take care of the basketball. Those two things, no matter who's on the floor, they got to do as a unit. Protect the basketball, value the ball, and then rebound and close defensive possessions with a rebound.
Greyhounds looking for a run here late in the half to get back into this game. DK gets it to go.
Great pass, great finish, DK. Great footwork there to stay on balance, not travel, and split the double.
And so now a 6-0 run by the Greyhounds to answer the 18 straight by Missouri. Got the lead down to 16. 3 from Honor. In and out. DK a rebound.
I like the shot, though, right there. Ball swung, and a defender was late. No high hand. Nick Honor, one of the best shooters in the SEC. Okay, living with that shot.
Steins hits a wide open 3, and Dennis Gates calls timeout.
Dennis Gates not happy with that communication defensively, particularly Aiden Shaw not knowing the assignment. That's a shooter and late on the closeout.
Take another look here.
That was a quick timeout, too, from Dennis Gates. Aiden Shaw wants to help, closes out with a high hand. But you got to know personnel. Stein's a really good shooter. And there were 2 Missouri uniforms on a big around the rim, and that's a wide open spot. If Aiden Shaw can use his length to get back into play, but just late on the closeout, it's a mental breakdown, mental mistake, and that's something Coach Gates will want to correct right now.
He gave Aiden a look coming off the floor that we've all gotten from our parents at one time or another.
there were no words used, if I remember, if I saw that correctly.
Just a look.
Just a look. That's all you need sometimes. Aiden knew it.
9 straight from the Greyhounds, and they're back in this thing. It's a 13-point game, and Loyola Maryland, they played really well in their last game out against UMBC in the first half. It was a 16-2 run by UMBC early in the second half that caused that to be a blowout. And now it's the Greyhounds looking to put together a run here and not repeat that.
And coming into this game, both these teams have actually found success being behind, having deficits and getting back in games. So Loyola Maryland is comfortable getting back into games. And I think for Coach Gates, it's let's stay consistent. We've given up a run here. We're not getting stops. Our offense has got a little stagnant. Let's get a timeout and get back on the same page.
Honor spins his way to the basket. Tapped by Grill out of bounds. And the Greyhounds will get it back again.
One of the things, too, these last few possessions for Missouri, a little bit more dribbling as opposed to that first 10 minutes where the ball movement and the passing was really good. Here, just a little ball swing right here on the drive. Excellent ball movement there from Missouri. But just a little bit late there in the clock. Tough shot right there from Nick Honor on the baseline.
DK is fouled by Carter, I believe. On the shot clock as Perry looks to inbound. High for Brown. Looking for Illich. Milos Illich trapped. Missouri turning up the pressure defensively. Perry. From the corner. That one goes down from David Brown.
It's weak side spot ups right now that Missouri's struggling to guard. Loyola Maryland doing a good job of sharing the ball, moving it, good skip passes, and getting open looks.
12-0 Greyhound run. It's a 10-point game. And a block by DK.
This momentum has shifted completely to Loyola Maryland.
They needed a run late in the half, and they've got one going. See if they can finish the final 3:30 strong. Perry gets blocked, but right into the hands of DK. And he powers through.
You see DK's reaction there after the finish, too. They're starting to believe. They've gotten a long 14-0 run right now to get back into this. Now cutting it to 8. Really doing a nice job on both ends of the floor.
How does Mizzou respond? Carter's hit some big threes in this first half. Carolero Martin's going to try one, and that's off the front of the rim. This feels like a huge possession here for Steins and Loyola Maryland as we're getting ready to go into the under 4 timeout. Extra pass. Illich drives the baseline. Swung around. There's a 3. Rebound by DK. Tried a behind the back pass for Brown, and it's knocked out by Missouri. But Jarrett, Loyola Maryland, a 14-0 run to get back into this one.
Yeah, they're doing a great job of sharing the basketball. Ball movement has been really good. Right here, Perry off the shot fake, able to move it and swing it. They get a wide open spot up corner 3-point shot, getting themselves back in the game. And then it's also around the rim, 3 white jerseys, and DK takes it and finishes it. Loyola Maryland inching back down to 8 here late first half.
Late night with Norm Stewart. Throwback. 14-0 run for Loyola Maryland to get back into this game.
Well, something Coach Stewart, I think, would be happy with is just Loyola Maryland taking care of the basketball, cutting out the turnovers. They had a lot of turnovers through those first 10 minutes, and the ball movement was a lot better. Starting to just get into a rhythm, finding that confidence, and it was DK that's really been carrying the load around the rim, getting buckets. They're doing a nice job of working themselves inside and out. The ball movement has been good on skip passes. They're making some threes, a lot of confidence, and this momentum has shifted entirely over the last 4 to 5 minutes with Loyola Maryland really getting back in this game on the 14-0 run. And Missouri, the scoring drought continues. No points in the last close to 5 minutes.
And no steals either. And that's really what was fueling the Tigers. With 9 steals. They're trying to turn up the defensive pressure here. Robinson back into the game for Mizzou along with Vanover and Grill. DK guarded by Vanover. Perry still looking for his first points. And he's got him.
Right there, Noah Carter can't go under the ball screen. Perry's going to shoot that every time if you give him just a little space. You would like to see Noah Carter right there run Perry off the 3-point line. That's a big, big shot coming out of the timeout.
Mizzou's lead was once 22. Now it is 5. Vanover.
That's a perfect pass by Sean East. Connor Vanover's got to finish that.
Perry and the Greyhounds with all the momentum. Bad pass, turnover, and it goes back to Missouri.
That's something Loyola Maryland can't do, is get back to turning the ball over. But previous Perry 3 here, you look at DK, just a DHO. Noah Carter doesn't see it. It's late. Lack of communication there, too. Talked through from Connor Vanover, Noah Carter. Noah's late going under, and Perry does a great job. Left to right footwork, on balance. Pretty stroke from 3.
Missouri has not scored in 5.5 minutes. East. Vanover. Big man. This is the 3.
That had a chance to die on that back of the rim and go through.
Carter looking to rip it away. Jump ball, and Missouri will get it on the alternating possession.
Those are little things that Loyola Maryland, they turn the ball over their previous possession. They get a rebound and unable to secure the rebound, and it's a tie-up, and Missouri gets the ball back. And this final minute 30, Ben, is an important period. We've talked about this before, closing halves. This is both teams. Can you close the first half strong? Missouri's gone cold and really struggling on both ends of the floor, not getting good looks. Who's going to close this half on a good note?
Under 10 to shoot. Robinson to drive, does. Finds Carter for an open look. In and out. Flying in is Caleb Grill.
That's something Caleb Grill can really do a good job with, his offensive rebound. He's a great athlete, a good rebounder for a guard. Not boxed out. Good hang time right there to grab the ball off the rim and finish with a right-hand scoop.
And that's why he keeps getting minutes despite shooting just about 20% from the outside to start the season. And there's the block from Vanover.
And that's something Coach Gates wants to see more and more of. Connor Vanover around the rim blocking shots. Then right here off the Noah Carter missed three. No box out, and the athleticism and the focus too to go left side of the rim, right-hand finish in midair. Good extra play by Caleb Grill.
Three from the corner from David Brown.
Big shot and a breakdown from Missouri. Too many of these to close the first half. Not finding shooters on the weak side.
It's a 4-point game. Carter fouled by Illich.
This is something Mizzou will talk about at the break, but Loyola Maryland, give them credit, doing such a great job moving the basketball, baseline drive, baseline drift, finding corner shooters on drives, and really moving the ball to both sides of the floor and getting open spot-up looks. Those are really good shots. DK getting involved in this game has really helped Loyola Maryland because it has opened up the perimeter with how much attention he is drawing around the paint.
Trip to the line for Carter. The foul was on Illich, which is his first. And Carter hits the first free throw. Missouri 5 for 8 at the line so far in this game. Shaw comes in for Vanover. The final 36.4 seconds of the first half.
Fairly clean game as well from both teams. Not a ton of fouls. Defense has been solid. Shot making has been good for both teams at different stretches of this first half.
Carter got the roll that time. It's a 20-4 run that Loyola is currently on to get back into this game. They break the press. And a nice fadeaway by Brown. And Dennis Gates calls timeout as Missouri can hold for the last shot with 26 seconds to go in the half.
Loyola Maryland is fearless right now. I mean, they're not afraid. And Brown, who stuck a corner three just a few possessions ago, right there, you break pressure, and he just jumps up and knocks it down from the short corner.
He's got 8 points. Comes from a basketball family. His dad played at UMass. His mom played at Southern Maryland. And his 8 points have been a big part of this Loyola comeback.
Yeah, that's just 10 minutes of play. So 8 points, 10 minutes. It's efficient. 2 of 3 from 3, 3 of 4 from the field. Doing a really nice job.
Well, don't forget, Wednesday at 7:15 Eastern, 6:15 Central Time. It's part of the ACC SEC Women's Basketball Challenge. Miami takes on number 25 Mississippi State. You can watch on the SEC Network or stream it on the ESPN app. So Brown and Loyola back in this one. It's a 4-point game with 26 seconds to play in the first half. Missouri led by as many as 22, but have hit just 1 field goal in their last 11 attempts. And that ice-cold shooting, combined with some running and gunning by Loyola, has got the Greyhounds back in this one.
Right here, Missouri called timeout, wanted to get a play, and then Loyola Maryland comes out and changes their defense to a 1-3-1. How does Missouri adjust?
East. Honor. Missouri looks out of sorts here. Honor to the basket, can't get it to go. And that is how the first half concludes in Columbia.
It's been momentum swings through this first half. Missouri got off to such a great start. Loyola Maryland has fought back, clawed their way back. We got a ball game here at the break.
Tigers and Dennis Gates still searching for that complete performance. They started the game great, led by as many as 22, but they end the first half 1 of 12 from the field. More on the ACC SEC Challenge coming up at the half. It's a 4-point game between the Tigers and the Greyhounds. As Loyola Maryland has clawed their way back into this one, and they will have it to start the second 20 minutes. First ever meeting between these two programs.
And we'll see, but we touched on both these teams, the deficit at half has always been a conversation. Loyola Maryland down 4 to start this half. Who's going to come out in the second half and impose their will early?
Perry, averaging 12 a game this year, didn't start. Only 3 points in the first half. Steins had 8 and almost 11 as that one rims out. That would have been a huge 3 to start the half.
It looked good, too. That was deep and in and out.
Missouri looking to answer. Honor guarded by Commander, finds Carter. Carter out to Honor. Honor with the 3, and he got it.
It's a design set play. It's a great post feed. Noah Carter didn't have anything, and Sean East goes and screens in, and Nick Honor just drifts behind for a 3-pointer, catch and shoot 3. That's where Nick Honor is most comfortable. He knocks it down. Great start to the half for Missouri.
Honor only 5 field goal attempts to this point. They would like him to shoot more. Steins in the corner. Perry got Honor off his feet. Can't hit the baseline jumper. We've got a tie-up. Bates is going to get called for the foul as he was battling with Foray.
A lot of physicality down there. Tamar gets the foul, but look again, set play. Great screen by Sean East. It's a little late, but he does kind of interfere with the defender just enough to get Nick Honor some space. That's a deep 3 off the catch and shoot. Great rotation. It's a pretty jump shot from Nick Honor.
Foray on the block out to Steins. Goes down by East. Perry under 10 to shoot. Perry looking to create, pulls up from deep. That's an air ball. And Bates just let it go out of bounds.
That was a great defensive possession from Missouri, and it starts with 55. Sean East, we just touched on him setting a screen. Down here, there was a kick to the wing from the block, and Sean East was on the move as the ball's in the air. That is how you want to defend, especially in rotations. He knows that was his assignment. He's there on the catch, so there's no 3-point attempt, and Loyola gets stagnant and forces a tough shot.
And now East goes to the basket.
On cue, right here, just does what he does, right? He handles the ball with his right hand offhand, uses his spin, able to use his hips to guide the defender, and then goes and finishes a left-hand layup.
Steins, good jump off the Foray, and he finishes.
It's passed by Steins, too. And again, Ben, this pace to start this second half just like it was in the first half.
Carter, Grill, extra pass, Bates in the corner. That was halfway down.
Excellent extra pass, though, from Caleb Grill to find Tamar Bates.
Both teams going with a different 5 to start the second half and started the ball game. Missouri's pushed the lead to 7. Perry, guarded by Honor. Good look to Steins. Extra pass to Commander. Off the back iron, the Foray's there for the offensive rebounds. He had the size advantage on Bates. Bates pushes him out to the arc. Steins from the corner, a huge 3 for the Greyhounds.
Yep, offensive rebounds right there. Loyola gets an offensive rebound and able to stick back a 3. Missouri broke down, gave up the baseline on a drive, give up an offensive rebound, and then a spot 3 right there from Loyola Maryland.
Steins has 11. Bates out to Honor. Carter has 14 to lead the Tigers, and he draws a foul, and he'll go to the line.
Missouri wanting to establish Noah Carter here early on to start the second half. Right here, good spin from Steins, getting a paint touch. Sean East trying to get back into play a little late, finishes the dunk, and then right here, Steins from 3. He's really been aggressive looking for that 3-point shot. Good fade to the corner as well. Doesn't come off DHO, just a little bit of a flare. Missouri jumps the route and gets a wide open spot up 3 there in the corner.
Steins 3 of 6 from beyond the arc for 50%. Carter, this is the first free throw, and he is now 3 for 6 at the line.
Oh, Carter's been more comfortable from 3 than he has been from the free throw line. A lot of that just finding your confidence. We always talk about the 3 C's, Ben: comfortable, confident, consistent at the line. Go to the line, believe it in yourself, seeing the ball go through the net.
Got the second one.
It's always a good sound, right, when it goes through the net. Hear that rim pop on the back.
Steins. Dish to Foray for another slam.
Missouri's got to do a better job of taking away baseline drives, and they're giving up the paint on drives. Good for Loyola Maryland to really attack and get past that first wave and make plays on the back end on the second line.
Honor in amongst the trees. Out to Grill. And Grill stepped on the line, it looked like.
Yeah, that's the second time he's done that in this game, not knowing where his feet are right there on the sideline.
Fowre didn't do a lot in the first half for Loyola. A couple of dunks and 6 points now. He's one of 2 players from Spain, along with Golden DK. Missouri brings in Aiden Shaw to try to match some of the size, perhaps.
And Missouri going to pick up full court pressure, and that's usually where Aiden Shaw can showcase his activity and his length, as well as Anthony Robinson right here guarding the ball.
Steins has gotten going for Loyola. Finds Illich for a 3. In and out. Fowre almost had it, but was tapped by Grill to Robinson. Grill in transition pulls up. Illich battling for the board. And foul on Illich, I believe, yes.
Good activity from Sean East coming from the weak side baseline to just get in the mix and fight for that offensive rebound to earn Missouri an extra possession here.
Second foul of the half on Loyola, Maryland. Second personal on Milos Illich. He goes to the bench along with Commander. Quick inbound to Grill, and he will go to the foul line.
Great read from Caleb Grill. Loyola Maryland knew what was coming, and Caleb Grill was headed to go back screen and did a great job of just stopping and cutting back to get back to the ball, and Anthony Robinson saw it all the way as well.
So that sends Grill to the foul line. His first trip to the strike today. He is an 85% foul shooter. As we mentioned, well documented some of his shooting struggles early in the season, but the energy is always there. Dennis Gates is going to keep giving him minutes.
Energy's there, and he rebounds the basketball. He's a good athlete, gets in the mix and makes winning plays. And defensively, he's a good switchable defender, maintaining the ball, getting into guys, moving his feet. Does a lot of things to impact the game, not just the shooting.
Carter guarding Fowre. Perry got the switch he wanted. Brown on the drive. He closed the first half red hot. They stepped on the foul line there. And that will take us to a break. Loyola Maryland hanging around, and they're starting to control the paint here early in the second half.
Doing a great job of finishing around the rim. Loyola Maryland getting some paint touches off spins. Fourier getting above the rim to finish with authority, and then another, again, pass by Steins. Two-man game beat Missouri's pressure, keeping Loyola Maryland in this game, playing above the rim in this second half. 4-point game as we head to the under 16.
Coaches know each other really well. Dennis Gates and Tavares Hardy, they go back to middle school in the city of Chicago. They were AAU teammates.
Pretty cool, too. You think of AAU teammates, players that competed in Peach Jam 1997. I mean, this is a few years back.
They won it.
And they won it. And I don't think Dennis Gates is aged today, by the way, in this photo. So just a great moment for two teammates, and it was a great moment before the game, before tip, where they greeted each other at half court and embraced each other, and a lot of smiles and some laughs. And they're going to be talking about this after they get done here tonight. It's a really cool moment for both these guys, and dating back to just that history in Chicago as well. Chicago basketball in their era, it was peak basketball. We always talk about a great recruiting bed in Chicago. Nothing more important than those two guys that set the tone back in the day.
A couple of teammates leading their own programs now, getting together to put together this non-conference game between the SEC and the Patriot League. 4-point game here. Robinson. And a whistle away from the ball, and a foul on Loyola Maryland. And it goes against Chris Kazemka. And that's 4 personal fouls on Kazemka, who started. Is yet to score because of the foul trouble. They leave him in the game in the East. Been a game of runs. Missouri's on a scoring drought that's approaching 3 minutes. As we approach the 15-minute mark in the second half. Tigers have led by as many as 22. Shaw out to Carter. He has to put it up. Off the back iron. Grill flies in. It's knocked out of bounds. It will go to the Greyhounds.
Great effort there from Caleb Grill, but really the possession right there stalls. Aiden Shaw tries to drive baseline, and just too much stand. I think Aiden Shaw thought there might be a cut that was going to come from there. Right there, it looked like Caleb Grill gets the deflection and might have had a case. But in any case, it's to Loyola, Maryland.
Missouri brings the pressures they so often do. Carey able to get into the front court. Yet to see Golden DK here in the second half. Played significant minutes. Yeah, he played significant minutes in the first half. Missouri the steal. Robinson goes right to the hoop. But Missouri just unlucky on some of these shots. They get the offensive rebound. And East finds Grill for an open three.
That's great to see, and that's excellent ball movement from Missouri. Starts with the defense of Anthony Robinson. Shawnee's drive and kick to find the veteran shooter. Caleb Grill knocks it down.
Tavares Hardy calling the timeout. He was upset with the officials. But Missouri has built the lead back to 7 here.
Yeah, and it comes with unselfish basketball. It starts with the turnover and the steal from Missouri, and it sets up a penetrate and pitch. Great drive by Shawnee's getting a ping touch. Caleb Grill relocating. Beautiful stroke. Missouri by 7 here in the second half. They're right into your shot. No extended movement, no dip off the catch. Great pass, passes in the shooting pocket. It's great execution both from the passer and obviously from the shooter as well. High release point too from Caleb Grill. He's got such a smooth follow through when the ball comes out of his hand. The rotation is great, it's soft, but he's got to continue, just be aggressive and be confident with that jump shot.
Faure, the bucket, the board, and the foul.
It's a great adjustment from Loyola Maryland in this game. When Missouri brought pressure in the first half, Loyola Maryland couldn't do much with it. In the second half, Missouri's bringing that same pressure, but they are attacking it and beating that front line. And that starts with Sean East. It starts with Anthony Robinson. When Nick Honor's in the game, they got to stop the basketball because that's where Missouri's been susceptible around the rim. They've given up offensive rebounds, but they're not protecting the rim either. And they're giving up dunks and finishes, and right there a three-point play.
Faure has come alive in the second half. He's got 9 points and a perfect 4 of 4 from the field. So right back to a 4-point Missouri lead as Robinson runs the show. Carter straight away. Oh, was looking for a cut by East. It didn't come there. And Missouri turns it over.
Yeah, and Missouri was trying to run a set play right there to maybe get Sean East to 3. And Anthony Robinson trying to initiate it. It's just too slow. The set is, you're not really into your set. A lot of standing. There was some miscommunication and confusion, and that leads to the turnover. Noah Carter thinks Sean East is going to cut back door. It's great defense from Steins to read the play and overplay, knowing Sean East was going to cut back. And Missouri leads to a turnover.
Grill out, Pierce in as Missouri goes big. Faure guarded by Carter, and now it is Brown. Missouri can test the pass, and it'll stay with the Greyhounds with 8 to shoot.
Missouri with this lineup. Trent Pierce in the game for Missouri, but this is a switchable lineup. Saw that right there, Noah Carter, Aiden Shaw switching, and then Anthony Robinson switches with Aiden Shaw. It's the benefit of having Aiden Shaw on the floor, so he can switch 1 through 5 and be comfortable, but your back line and your rotations with the smaller guards have to be there and be on time with the rotation.
Foul on Carter. Excuse me, East. And that is the first on Sean and the third of the half on Missouri. Perry in for Steins, heavily contested, and it'll go to the Tigers.
Excellent defense right there. Your baseline out of bounds set defensively. You force a pass towards the midline, and then Anthony Robinson goes and contests it. He doesn't get a steal, but there's a deflection there. The ball bounces off. Loyola Maryland's player goes out of bounds, so it's a turnover, but it's all Anthony Robinson's activity. It looks like a defensive back here, a free safety. And look at the verticality. Uses his length, gets his hands on the ball. It's a live ball right there, and then the way the ball bounces, Stein's back on his heels there, and it leads to a turnover. Great stuff from Anthony Robinson, but really the defense as a whole on that baseline out of bounds set was great from Missouri.
Missouri now with a season-high 12 steals. And see if they turn it into offense. They were able to do that so often in the first 10 minutes of the first half. Robinson thought about a 3, drives instead, and Carter didn't get it off. I guess he did. They called that he did. Missouri corrals the offensive board, and Robinson earns a trip to the foul line.
Yeah, I think Missouri's pretty fortunate there. Look from the live view from our angle that the ball was still in Noah Carter's hand on the shot clock, but Missouri gets an offensive rebound and is fortunate. See right here. Yeah, ball still in his hands.
That's not even close.
Yep.
And that's what Tavares Hardy is talking about with the official. Missouri might get away with a couple of free points here.
Big missed call too, Ben. 13 and change to go. It's a 4-point game when Anthony Robinson gets that offensive rebound. But really, the ball should be going the other way, so Missouri's fortunate.
Milos Ilic checks back in for D'Angelo Steins. Commander came back into the game as well. And Anthony Robinson now at the foul line. Continues to do a lot of good stuff. With that free throw, he is +8 in his minutes off the bench for Missouri today.
Like with Anthony Robinson, every time he's on the floor, you start to forget he's a freshman. He started to do these does things that you would see a junior or senior do. He's really active, tough, physical, unselfish, does all of the little things.
DK back into the game for the first time. He goes right to work.
It's a great move. It's a good read. Rejects the dribble handoff and just on patience, balance, and a good finish.
East can't get the baseline floater to go, but tracks down his own miss. Carter to Pierce, the freshman, misses the three. And Commander the rebound. 4-point game. This is as close as the Greyhounds have been able to get in the second half. Ilic gets his own rebound, and he's fouled by Pierce.
I think Loyola Maryland got a call back too. Might have been a travel there towards midcourt, but Loyola able to get it back around the rim again. And Missouri defensive transition's been, you see the shuffling of the feet, but Missouri's got to do a better job, especially if they're going to bring full court pressure. If they're going to get beat on that front line of the pressure, they got to sprint back and protect the paint and protect the rim. That's where Loyola Maryland is really doing a nice job, and where Missouri's been susceptible is just once that pressure gets broken off the initial attack, there's not much there on the back line, and Missouri's been in scramble mode.
Butler replaces Carter. That foul on Pierce was his first, the team's 5th. Milos Ilic looking for his 4th point. And brother Velko continuing to come back from a knee injury as Milos gets the roll. And it's a 2-point ball game.
And Missouri won for their last 8 from the field, so you got to get a good possession right here, get a good shot.
2 freshman bigs are in there along with Robinson, East, and Bates. So all 3 Missouri freshmen on the floor at the same time. Robinson drives on Perry, got the step and got it to go.
That's a big time move. Using his strength, the handle to go between the legs, take contact, and then the soft touch. Great move by Anthony Robinson.
He's got 10 points, back-to-back double-figure scoring games. Missouri kicked it, so the ball will stay with Loyola.
I think right now, if you're Dennis Gates, you trust Anthony Robinson on the floor. As a ball handler right here, it's just a great move. A little step back between the legs, cross. Perry's out of sorts. Great move.
Foul called on East. Excuse me, they'll give it to Pierce, and that's his 2nd. And with that, Nick Honor pops up off the bench for Missouri. 5 team fouls on the Tigers in this half. Loyola also with 5.
Let's see what Loyola Maryland does here. Same spot, baseline out of bounds, where they had to throw the ball to the midline that forced a turnover. So let's see where the execution is for both teams.
Able to get it into the corner and quickly to Ilic. Ilic goes to work against the freshman. And the foul called on Butler, who wanted to travel.
Yeah, that looked like a tough call there on the block. Curious to see if the pivot stayed put. Jordan Butler doing a nice job with his activity. Just getting the ball inbounds, a tough pass.
Yeah, those feet are moving all over the place.
Feet are moving. There's no question. And right there, that is a foul, but the travel was before.
Ilic back to the line. Can't get it that time.
So right now, if I'm a player for Missouri or if I'm a player for Loyola Maryland, there's been some tough calls over the last 3-4 minutes. So it's a 4-point game. What team is going to impose their will and not let the officials be a part of the game, right? That's the message right now with 12 minutes is, okay, there's been some tough calls going either way. Who's going to buckle down, execute, and weather the storm and show some toughness here through the final 12 minutes to play through it?
Ilic missed them both, but Brown gets the rebound. Steins, the three. And Butler was tangled up with DK, and they called the Missouri freshman. No, they call it on DK. Initially, it looked like it was going to go against Butler.
A lot of physicality there. Butler even extends the arms. Thought that might have been a foul on Butler there. You look at the shot, though, it's a free throw block out for Missouri. You can't give up free throw box out rebounds. Missouri struggled to rebound the ball today on the glass, giving up offensive rebounds. You cannot do that off a free throw.
And a chance there for Loyola to tie it on that last trip down as the battle continues between DK and Butler. Another foul on Golden DK. Tavares Hardy hoping that his Greyhounds didn't just miss their chance. It's a 4-point game, 12 minutes to play in the second half. Continues to be a close one between the Tigers and Greyhounds. During our break, the officials reviewed that last call. 2 quick fouls on Golden DK from Loyola, Maryland. And that last one, here's another look. This is the first one that came on the offensive end for the Greyhounds, as both Butler and DK were kind of getting their arms up there. And then this was a little push in the back, shove back of the chest.
The reactions, too, there from both sides. You could tell it's getting a little chippy.
Well, Tavares Hardy a little frustrated with back-to-back fouls on Golden DK.
Then right there, you got to know, too, and I think the frustration is DK just not knowing, hey, you cannot.
Those are 2 fouls back-to-back and 2 personals. We're getting the explanation right now, and Jared will tell us in a moment what they determined on the replay. But this is a critical juncture in this game.
And they're going to go flagrant 1 here on DK, and it'll be 2 free throws from Missouri. So they reviewed it, and right now you can the back and forth. Obviously, the officials want to get a hold of, but just right there, just a little bit extracurricular, not involved in the play, not a basketball play right there on the foul before we went to break. So they upgraded the foul there.
Frustration for DK spilling over from one possession to the next.
Yeah, you got to maintain your composure. And I mean, really, it's a 4-point game. It's a pretty big call right here with 12 minutes to go. And especially when the game is momentum shifts that have been so extreme in this game, both sides, something like this can really change the course of the next 4 to 5 minutes usually. So Missouri 2 free throws and the ball.
And that is the 7th foul of the half on the Greyhounds, so Missouri is in the bonus. Butler hits the first free throw for the Tigers. He had struggled from the line coming into this one.
And Ben, just to the flagrant foul too, it was a common foul called on the floor. They reviewed it, and they did look. The first play definitely is a part of the second play, but right there it was just the initiating that hit on the back, and really they thought it was a extra movement there, and something that was not a basketball play with extending on the hit on Jordan Butler's back. Jordan did try to get into him after the play, but they thought it was warranted to upgrade that to a flagrant.
And as you said a couple of times here, not a basketball play. That's what takes it from a common foul to a flagrant.
If they're pushing back and forth, it's a common foul. But why they reviewed it is to see. And obviously there's no contact above the shoulders or anything. But the fact that it was a significant forearm into the back of Jordan Butler, that wasn't a basketball play. And that's why they thought it was warranted to upgrade it to a flagrant.
Missouri only got 1 point out of the exchange. So the lead is 5 as they get the rebound off the miss. Tigers trying to push momentum. Honor out to Robinson. East. A couple of open shots there that were passed on.
Yeah, as I say, it was great transition break there, but just didn't get a good, clean look. Great ball movement, though, from Missouri.
Lewis will take it, and he makes it.
That's a big shot. And a great find by Sean East. And Sean doing a nice job right there. He's the one that caught the ball off the ball swings, didn't see anything, and then slowed it down. And then Sean's such a great one-handed passer. That's a left lane, left slot drive. And with his left hand, one-handed pass to find Kurt Lewis, who jumps up and knocks down a 3.
Just the 9th assist for Missouri on their 17 made field goals as a foul is called on the Tigers. And it's on East. Here's another look.
There, Jordan Butler, the screen. Got to be more set on that screen, but an excellent pass from Sean East. It's a tough angle, throwing it over the defense. And Kurt Lewis shot ready off the catch. Coming in off the bench cold, knocks down a 3. Big shot right there.
The foul on East is his second, and now 17 fouls on Missouri. So Tyson Commander and Loyola Maryland are into the bonus as Commander hits the front end of the 1-and-1.
So been 11 minutes to go here. Both teams in the 1-and-1. This game has gotten a little bit more physical. What team, on both sides here is going to keep their composure? There's a little bit of chippiness, not much, but a little bit. The game has become much more physical. Now that this game is getting tighter, it's been a game in this second half and a good competitive battle. What team is going to settle in and really execute here down the stretch?
Fowray called for the foul off of the missed free throw. And he has 3 personal fouls now. It's a Loyola team that had 12 returners from last year, including Fowray and Commander, who you just saw. And that veteran experience for Tavares Hardy. See how that pays off for them here down the stretch with 11 minutes to go in a close game.
Absolutely, especially when you look at the Missouri side and Sean East and Nick Honor, all your older veterans, but Jordan Butler and Anthony Robinson, the 2 freshmen, and then a transfer, Kurt Lewis. Those are 3 guys that are trying to really iron out their minutes, and let's see how Loyola executes down the stretch here.
The 7-foot freshman hits the 3.
It's a pretty jump shot. I love the drive and kick. And Jordan Butler catch and shoot ready off the catch. He can stretch it. The true 7-footer. Great stroke, great fluidity to his jump shot.
Well, there's Lewis creating the steal on the break. Robinson takes it, but gets swatted from the backside by Steins.
That's a big-time block. Wow. Stein sprinted the floor in defensive transition, and Anthony Robinson was not expecting that.
There's a lesson for the youngster. Commander on the drive, got rid of it. Steins head fake and triple. Loose ball picked up by Honor. Honor the transition 3.
That's big time. What a way this game back and forth. Robinson gets his shot blocked. Steins gets an open 3-point shot, and then Nick Honor in transition, pull up off the bounce from 3. Big swing right there to this ball game for Missouri.
Illich thought about it. The runner. Loose ball pulled in by Butler. Missouri on a 12-1 run has built their first double-digit lead in the second half. East out to Butler. Again. And the rebound by Perry.
So Butler probably should have shot the first one. Kind of hesitated a little bit there.
Steins in transition. They needed that badly.
Big time, and then they get the timeout. Right there, that cuts it to 10. It's a transition 3. Missouri did not match up. Some fatigue here, back and forth. Both teams gassed.
And Dennis Gates yelling for the first time I think I've ever seen in a game that we've been doing. He's been fired up these past couple of games, as that was a Missouri timeout to try to get reset.
Right there, good kick out here from Nick Honor off a drive, off 2 feet on balance. Jordan Butler filling in, and then Nick Honor, you want him shooting the basketball in rhythm off the bounce. Pure stroke, but for Missouri, they give a 3 to Steins in defensive transition. Again, it's just not stopping the ball at the top of the pressure. I think Coach Gates is frustrated because he wants to apply pressure and try to force some turnovers and slow down Loyola Maryland, but they can't stop the ball at the point of attack, and they get a wide open spot up 3. That cannot happen, especially in a 2-2-1 full court pressure situation.
Greyhounds have had an answer over and over again. D'Angelo Steins leading the way for Loyola Maryland with 14 points. It's a 10-point game, but I think part of the reason why you see the timeout there by Dennis Gates is how quickly Loyola flipped things in the back end of the first half. He doesn't want this to roll downhill on him that quickly.
Right, and you got 9 minutes, so you're under 10, and Missouri's able to get a little bit of a run here and start to separate a little bit. But can they continue to stay consistent? Can they continue to defend and hold Loyola Maryland to 1 shot and rebound the basketball and take care of it and get good shots offensively?
Out to East. 10 to shoot. East with 6. Spins. And a little miscommunication there and a Missouri turnover. That is the 8th turnover on the Tigers.
It's tough too, out of a timeout. And Coach Gates not happy, and that's a miscommunication from your 2 lead guards.
Missouri not forcing nearly as many turnovers as they were early in this game. Window open here for Loyola. Fowray out to Perry. Perry still with only 1 field goal. Now he's got 2.
He's such a good shooter off the bounce too. Designed horns action set there, playing through the elbows. And then Perry able to get a ball screen right there and get to the mid-range. Drop coverage from Missouri, but just too much space for Perry to get his quick pull-up jump shot off.
East responds.
Almost same action, just right there, a little pull-up. That's a good shot for Sean East, too. He's improved as a three-point shooter, but he loves that mid-range, and that stop and pop is a good shot for him.
Steins looking to get in on it. Good rim protection by the freshman Butler.
I was just about to say, man, that's excellent defense from Jordan Butler. High hands, don't foul on that type of drive.
Honor buries the three.
How good has he been shooting the basketball? That's another three off the dribble in transition, and that was deep. That was at the Norm Stewart logo. Big shot, Missouri up 13 here under 8.
And Honor 3 for 4 from the outside. Missouri's lead back to 13. Steins, Commander, poked away. That was caused by Grill.
And that was more of what we saw in the first half. Great trap to force that steal.
Honor again. Offensive board by Grill. Missouri feeds the post, Butler. He's got the height advantage. And a foul as Brown was leaning into his back. 7:28 to go in the second half. Missouri trying to pull away. They have built a 13-point lead behind the hot shooting of Nick Honor.
And Nick Honor doing a great job shooting the basketball right here, kicking it out to Butler. Great pass from Nick Honor to find the freshman, burying a three, and then Nick Honor pass fake. Norm Stewart gonna love that right from his logo. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Missouri by 13 here in the second half. I do love the pom-poms as well.
Loyola's trying to figure out Nick Honor.
It's true. Nick Honor's been very good. You see a little change of pace there to start. That was in the first half, but the three-point shooting is really where Nick Honor's changed the game for Missouri, and particularly in the second half over the last few minutes. It's transition shooting, too. Really doing a nice job of finding his stroke. Deep range on those threes as well, but doing a nice job. 3 of 5 from 3, 4 of 8 from the field. And a lot of these have been points off turnovers, too. Fast break points, Missouri's 13-0 in fast break. Missouri's plus 20 in points off turnovers. It's a huge part of this game for Mizzou.
Faure attacking the basket again.
Faure has been a great beneficiary in the second half, just right around the rim in the dunker spot, just active and available, playing off the guards. Always has his hands ready and good finishes in the second half.
He's got 11 points. Under 7 to play. There's only been one tie and one lead change in this game. Missouri built a big lead, and they've been trying to fend off the Greyhounds ever since. Long three by Grill is off the mark. Missouri almost stole it right back. That was Robinson being pesky once again.
Important possession right here for Loyola Maryland. They got a bucket out of the timeout. They're within striking distance here if they can execute on offense and find a bucket.
Brown looking to get the ball down low, and a foul coming. And it's Butler who picks up the foul. That's his second. And now 18 fouls on the Tigers. So a 1-and-1 coming here for Alonzo Faure.
And that's where Dennis Gates is going right to the bench with Noah Carter quickly to get a older veteran, more experienced right there. Jordan Butler, you foul, 6 minutes left. It stops the clock, puts Loyola at the free throw line, and it's a foul you don't really need to commit. And you're not doing your work early enough. You're behind the play and trying to fight back into low post positioning, but easy foul calls when you're grabbing. Go back with Noah Carter, the more experienced veteran player.
Faure perfect from the field and perfect from the line. 2 for 2 now. 27 starts a year ago as a junior. He's 9th in the Patriot League in rebounding. And he's got 13 points this afternoon. And it's back to a single-digit deficit for the Loyola Maryland Greyhounds.
Really a great piece to this team. Just really does his job. Knows who he is, plays within his skill set, and has really been impactful in the second half.
Opening in the lane, East able to wind his way to the hoop.
That was pretty. That's tough. All the way up and under for the left-hand scoop finish.
Hard contest there by Nick Honor on Steins right in front of us.
I thought he was coming right in your lap.
Poked away by Carter, but he fouled on the entry pass. And that's 10 team fouls on the Tigers now, so a couple of free throws coming for Faure.
Let's take a look at this Sean East bucket here. That was a high degree of difficulty out of the side ball screen. 1-2 gather, up and under, kind of a double clutch as well. A little hang time. That was pretty good spin off the glass, too. Saw my old teammate Lawrence Bowers earlier. That's something he mastered when he was here. That touch and spin off the backboard, tough angles, tough finish. That was a big bucket from Sean East.
Correct myself, that was the 9th team foul on the Tigers, so this is the last 1-and-1 chance for the Greyhounds as Fowray hit the first. And
his elbow.
Saw him fly through the air a time or two inside the Mizzou arena.
We're talking about electrifying plays.
It is back to a 9-point Missouri lead after Fowray hits the 2 free throws, and he now leads the Greyhounds with 15 points. Honor spinning and kicking out. There's an in-rhythm 3. Strong off the back iron by Grill.
Great look. Great screen by Noah Carter to set that up.
Steins in transition. Rebound by East.
Missouri's got to be ready for quick shots. That means long shots, long rebounds. Got to box out and rebound. Pulled Loyola Maryland to 1 shot.
East would go to the line. Foul on Brown.
Right now, Ben, it feels like the older classmen are starting to take over in this game. Sean East, Noah Carter doing a really good job. Nick Honor, we've touched on about the shooting. Sean East had a couple good finishes. Just good drive, jump stop, play off 2 feet. Defender a little bit off balance, go into contact, don't shy away from contact, and get yourself to the free throw line. Good drive by Sean East.
East, an 88% free throw shooter. And he hits his first free throw attempt of this game. Missouri's shooting numbers pretty good. 43%, 42% from the field, 41 from 3, but they've struggled a bit at the foul line. They're 12 of 20 at the stripe today as a team.
Yeah, that has been the area. Missouri 11 of 27 from 3, and you look at the other side, Loyola Maryland just 2 for 10 from 3. So that's a big part of this game, the 3-point shooting. Something Missouri values within their philosophical approach offensively. They want to shoot the basketball. It starts right there with Nick Honor guarding the ball.
Perry attacks.
Tough, really tough. Downhill, tough angle, good defense from Nick Honor. Perry just absorbing the contact, eyes up, great touch off the glass, good focus, good body control.
East just got into double figure scoring with 10, make it 12.
And a good change of direction there, right to left. It's really been Sean East off the bounce these last few possessions, getting to his spots, getting to where he wants. Good left-hand finish right there.
Perry and the Greyhounds running low on time. He hits the 3.
It's a big shot right there. Perry, aggressive, understands time and score. Big shot, cuts it to 8, and a big 3 early in the shot clock. I don't think Nick Honor was ready for that shot.
Perry now in double figures with 10. It's an 8-point game, and here's the spot for the Greyhounds. They need a stop and another basket. They're 5 of their last 7 from the field. East on the baseline, and he's starting to take over for the Tigers.
And it's all off the bounce. It's all off the bounce. Loyola Maryland can't keep him in front, and Sean East doing a great job of getting to the rim and showing that mid-range pull-up that he's patented so smooth off the bounce.
He's one of 4 Tigers in double figures as Missouri has pushed their lead back to 10. Loyola Maryland still hanging around, though.
Loyola Maryland hanging around, and it starts with Perry. Big-time 3-point shot off the bounce, nothing but the bottom of the net. But it's been Sean East for Missouri. Really carried Mizzou for the last 4 or 5 possessions. Pretty tough, high-arcing mid-range jumper. Missouri by 10.
Honor is 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. He's got 13. There are 4 Tigers in double figures scoring. Honor with 13. Anthony Robinson with 10. 14 for Sean East. 15 for Noah Carter to lead the way.
Really, this is the second half 3-point shooting. I said earlier it was 2 of 10 for Loyola Maryland. It's actually 3 of 11 in the second half. They're 9 of 27 for the game, but really the second half, it's the shooting. Mizzou's hit 6 threes. Missouri 7 of 12 at the line, but the 3-point shooting is a little bit of a difference here. Missouri up 10, but they're +9 just off the 3-point shooting and 3-point makes alone.
So 4:13 to go, coming out of a Missouri timeout. They bring the full court pressure, trying to protect a 10-point lead. Perry has come on in the second half. He's just 4 of 12 overall, but after a slow start, he's at 10 points, just 2 off his season average. Didn't start the game today. Goes to work against Aiden Shaw. Looks for the cutting Fowray, and it's turned over.
Tough pass. I know what Perry was trying to go with there, but trying to thread the needle and just tight a window. Really, if you're Loyola Maryland, you want to see if Steins can find his shooting. 4 of 10 from 3. He's a guy that can get Loyola Maryland back in the game as well with his shooting.
East was looking for Carter down low, but he didn't have position. Grill now for Carter at the top of the key. East has been running things the last few minutes for the Tigers. Carter has a team high 15 points. And spins his way for 2 more in the foul.
Your older veteran leaders always show up late game moments like this. You got three and change to go, and you execute an offensive set really well, all the way down to under 10 seconds of the shot clock. Great footwork from Noah Carter. Just a little reverse pivot. How about a little soccer headbutt there? It's a great. Keep the pivot foot too. Don't travel. Just a little reverse pivot. Beating the double team. Great finish. And a chance for a 3-point play. Quietly put together a really good ball game. 18 points, 4 rebounds, 3 steals. Really done a nice job quietly for Missouri on both ends of the floor.
He's got 18. That's back-to-back double-figure scoring games for Carter. As the 3 goes down for David Brown.
David Brown's got a pretty stroke. Had a good first half. Been quieted for the second half. That's a good-looking 3-point shot with Noah Carter running at him in the corner.
Connor gets the screen, gets the paint. Pass to East. East out to Grill. Corner look contested. And the rebound by Steins.
Another good look. It all starts with Sean East getting that paint touch and able to find Caleb Grill. Tough pass.
Perry on the drive. Illich right back down low. The block by Carter.
On cue. Noah Carter has done such a great job today. And just a quiet night, but really productive, and a great block right there. Second effort to get back into play. After trying to go for the steal, comes right back and gets a block shot at the rim, and comes up with the loose ball.
Missouri going to try to get rid of some of the clock. East into the middle, and a foul on the drive.
Sean East's been so strong with the basketball. That is something that has been a good sign over the last 4 minutes. He's done a nice job of attacking, taking care of the ball, being strong with it, finding his scoring, but also making good decisions off the bounce. When he gets that paint touch, he can find his floater, his mid-range, he can get to the glass, and he can also spray the ball around. Very dynamic guard, plays much stronger than he looks. Really good ability to take contact and stay on his lane to start making plays, and right here going to the free throw line.
East with 14 today. 2 of 3 at the foul line now.
4 assists, 2 turnovers. That is being a primary ball handler and also playing off of Nick Honor as well. They share the guard responsibilities. Nick Honor was a 3-point shooting for much of the second half, but really it's been Sean East down the stretch off the bounce making plays.
Steins on the drive. Bowery down low, draws a double. Brown guarded by Shaw, now Bowery. Wide open look, Illich.
And that's going to be the takeaway from Missouri defensively. Aiden Shaw was excellent that defensive possession. But Loyola Maryland gets a dunk on the backside, and there's no weak side help. The aggressiveness was great. They break down late, and they give up a wide open dunk because of the rotations on the backside.
East spins his way to the lane. Shaw came flying in, but Steins comes away with it. 9-point game with a minute and a half to go. Perry looking for a chance at a 3. Good dump off. Bowery will go to the line.
They'll take the foul there. You don't want to foul and stop the clock, but you don't give up the easy layup. You want to make them earn it at the free throw line. But let's take a look again. Aiden Shaw was everywhere that defensive possession. So active. And right there you see Nick Honor pointing to Caleb Griller's a cut. And then Nick Honor's not ready for the backdoor cut and just totally loses sight of the baseline weak side, and it's a wide open, easy dunk. That's just a miscommunication and a breakdown. Aiden Shaw was great in terms of switching and maintaining the ball, not fouling. And right there, you just don't close. You give up a wide open dunk on the breakdown. That speaks to the consistency we're talking about, Ben. You know, Missouri's had some good defensive possessions where they've been active and putting those together over the course of 40 minutes. There's going to be miscues, there's going to be breakdowns, but can you stay solid for longer stretches without breaking down?
Well, it's going to end up being a scoreless day for Shaw, but to your point, a lot of good things on the defensive end. As the rebound comes out to Perry, and and he can't get the three to go. Robinson comes up with it. I'd imagine that's part of the challenge with coaches. Bring young players into your program and trying to get them to understand that there are positive things that happen that you want from them as a coach outside of just the scoring column.
Absolutely, especially when you talk about impacting the game with your defense. A lot of times when you're a young player, you think, oh, I got to impact it with my offense, or I got to do things off the dribble or score. And no, if you can just switch and guard and rebound and try to block shots, you got a chance to earn minutes.
East has been so good around the basket early in this season.
It's just great that he can play off a jump stop, play off 2 feet, play on balance, doesn't get bumped around, and just really does a nice job of using his instincts and his IQ. And he's finding balance as a scorer and a passer. He's doing it both ways. Similar to last year, he was more of a passer. This year, much more score and pass on both sides.
Carter the rebound. Robinson running with Grill. And now Missouri will try to pull it out. Instead, they'll turn it over.
It's a bad turnover from Anthony Robinson right there. I know he wants to pull the ball out. That's just careless and lazy. Got to fake one throw on. It's a freshman mistake. You think you're going to throw over the top. Loyola Maryland just wait for that deflection and a steal. And Coach Gates is going to talk to him about it as well.
Dennis Gates still coaching even
Absolutely.
with a 10-point lead, 26 seconds to go.
With a freshman, too. That's a teachable moment.
Fowre drives and kicks. Perry can't hit the three, tipped in by Fowre, and so he'll end up with 18 points as the final 6 seconds tick away. It was a good one today. As Steins misses at the buzzer, Missouri holds on to win 78-70.
Yeah, competitive back and forth game. Missouri able to pull it out, win by 8, but back and forth we went. Missouri able to close the door late, make some shots, and execute offensively to pull out a win before they head on the road for the ACC Challenge.
I'm going to talk to Nick Honor in a moment. He ends up going for one of the 4 Tigers in double-figure scoring, and we'll hear from Mr. Honor when we come back.